A couple of other approaches to trend. Now this one is SCS with constant drift. The difference, well, in this model we assume there is only the level, so we use simple exponential smoothing to determine our level, and then we add a constant t value. So the trend value remains the same, one period after the next period after that. We don't do any smoothing for the trend. We keep it constant and we add that trend to L sub t minus 1 to get our L sub t. And we use that in our forecast. Okay, let's go to Excel now. So let's start with alpha of say 0.2, and our initial value for the constant trend. We'll examine the quarterly sales. So going from the first quarter of 2000 to first quarter of 2001, approximately, need not be very accurate here because it's only an initial trial value. So it increased by 12 over 4 quarters. So roughly about 3. So these will be our initial values. So our level, and we use the formula for the level. Next we need to set up the initial values. Okay. So our trend is a constant value, and our initial value for level is the average plus trend. Okay, then we add that with the trend to get the forecast, and the error is actual minus forecast. Then our level then is forecast plus alpha times the error. Our trend remains the same. There is no change, okay, because that's the constant drift model. So we copy these. Okay, put the border back. And then you set up the error measures exactly like what we have done so many times in the past. Okay, now we can run solver. Say RMSC, we want to minimize that. And we have alpha and t as the two values that we want to determine. And the constraint is only alpha needs to be less than or equal to 1. There is no constraint on trend. We can even allow trend to be negative, but usually in sales data the trend usually will be positive. But if you want to allow that, then you uncheck this, but then you have to add that alpha is greater than or equal to 0. Because if you uncheck that, both will be allowed to be positive or negative. Then you solve, and here is what we get. And again, the results are reasonably good.